Hey, what is up, Titan Nation? Mr. Jepson here. Happy summer. I hope it's going well for all of you. It is nice to see some of you already starting back into school with some of the sports and activities going on. I want to talk to you guys now in July to get you ready to talk about what cell phone policy is going to be like for school next year. Students, you may notice that from time to time at school we have visitors come in to potential purposes for those visitors where administrators often or visiting teachers or somebody comes from other schools. A lot of times it's to come see things that are going well and figure out what they can learn from Collins and take back to their schools. Other times it's for them to come observe and give some feedback and talk to our leadership team about things that they think we could do better and some recommendations there. After one of those visits this spring, somebody told me they thought we might have a cell phone problem at Collins and that it looked like a lot of students were being distracted by phones and not engaging in learning like they could. So I asked teachers what they thought. Most of our teachers answered a survey I put out. By the way, teachers, students, everybody, I really value that. You're going to hear a lot of me talking in this video about survey responses because that information matters. It informs me. I get things that I observe, what other observers tell me, but your opinion matters, so it's a chance for you to voice. So ask teachers if they thought cell phones were a hindrance in their class to learning, ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Nobody was on the disagree side. Every teacher at least thought, somewhat to agree to strongly agree that cell phones are a distraction. And then I asked them if they would like to see Collins High School implement a school-wide cell phone policy. 98% said yeah, they would like to see some kind of cell phone policy that's for the school as a whole and not just teacher to teacher. We did a student survey. Almost half of our returning students responded to the student survey that was sent out about cell phones. Had 5 questions on it. Only the first one was, what grade are you in? Congratulations, most of you answered that correctly. And it was pretty evenly divided between freshmen, sophomores, and juniors at the time. Congratulations, you have all leveled up. High five. Almost all of you. Second question asked you if cell phones were a distraction to you from learning, and 30% of you said sometimes it's a distraction. I appreciate your honesty. Others of you said, no, it's not really a problem for me. And that's great. Super awesome if you can live in a world and not be distracted by cell phones. They engineer these things to be a distraction to all of us, to engage our brain because they want us to focus there and spend our money there. Don't get me started. We got some conspiracies we could talk about later, just you and me. All right, the third question was, my classmates are distracted. Some way are your classmates distracted by cell phones? And 51% of you said, yeah, my classmates are at least sometimes distracted. In fact, 73% said sometimes, regularly, or very often your classmates are distracted. If you think about what that means for a classroom, if you're in with 30 people and 73%, oh gosh, what's 73% of 30, you might ask, because I can do that off the top of my head. 22 of the students in that class of 30 are distracted on a regular basis. Asked you a couple other questions about which teachers have the best policies and what would you like to see as maybe a fair and appropriate school-wide rules for our school concerning cell phones. I'm not going to go over all those answers because those weren't multiple choice. Those last 2 were more fill in the blank, and I read all 300 plus of those. Thank you all again for responding. It's super informative. So question you're going to have next is, so now what? What are we going to do with that survey information, knowing that it's teachers see this as a major problem, knowing that students see it as sometimes a problem for themselves, but definitely a problem for a lot of their classmates? What are we going to do differently? I think we obviously need to do something differently. Here's what I'm going to do. So during class time, when you're in the room during class time, you've been in the classroom, the bell is rung, it's time to start class, the phone has got to be away. Away can be in your pocket. Away can be in your backpack. Away can be in your locker or at your house. It doesn't ever have to come in the classroom. It can be in the classroom so long as it's away and not visible to your teacher. Away is not on your desk. Away is not in your hand. In addition to cell phones, you guys have probably nicer ones. These $20 guys are great. I mean, for real, solid. Earbuds got to be away or not visible. If a teacher sees them out during class time, the teacher is going to tell you, the student, put it up in, and the teacher is going to have a box or a drawer or a specific location in their class where cell phones go if a student has been distracted by them, and it's going to live there for the rest of the period. It's a phone jail, and it's going to live in phone jail. It's not the end of the world, but it is clear that you have been distracted by that, and so it's gone for the rest of the period. When you leave, you can have it back. That's pretty easy. Okay. If, however, you do not follow the teacher directive, at that point, defiance, you got to do it pretty quickly, right? Don't dawdle and take your time and wait till I finish this game. Sorry. If you don't put it up, the teacher's got to call the office. If I come in a room and I see phones out and the teacher hasn't called the office, they're going to get themselves in trouble. That's silly. So teacher's got to call the office, and then assistant principal or me, somebody's going to come, and your phone is going to leave at that point, and then it's up to the assistant principal to decide. Are you leaving with your phone and you're going to go to ISAP for a consequence right then? Or do you get to stay in class the rest of the time, and your consequence, whether it's after school detention
or ISAP at a later time?
Either way, your phone is leaving. Couple of questions. I already hear you asking. I already hear it. So what about smartwatches? You can keep it on your wrist unless you're interacting with it. If you're interacting with it, you're engaging with it, then it's become a distraction and it's got to go up. Put in the box or whatever the teacher has. What if I need to check something? If an important text from my boss or my mom or somebody that I just have to be able to. Every class change, you will have that opportunity. In between classes, in the hallway, it's fine. At lunch, you can be on your phone. Both of those times, by the way, are a great chance to say hi to your friends, though. So maybe do that. For the very, nope, I can't think. A small exception would be, I can't think, what if our teacher needs us to be on our phone because they want us to do an educational thing? And it's, okay, the teacher can get that approved, and then you guys can do that educational thing on your phone that day. I mean, it's not crazy, but I don't want it to be a distraction during class time. Why am I arguing? You're not even here. But you're there, I'm here, it's cool. Here's why we're doing it, guys. Teachers see it as a problem. Students see it as a problem for a good number of their classmates. The benefit out of all of it is going to be more learning. You guys are going to be more prepared for your future. And if you were a person that didn't feel like you were distracted by phones in the first place, it's going to be not a big deal for you at all because you still won't be distracted by your phone. If you were a person that was distracted by your phone, whether you realized it or not, this is going to help you get more learning, make you better prepared for your future. I care about your future. That's why I'm a high school principal. I want to see you be successful. You may have heard me say the mission before, and if you haven't, here it is. First time for everything. The mission of Martha Lane Collins High School is to graduate every student college and or career ready through positive collaboration, systems of support, and a commitment to excellence for all. We want to see you be successful. We want to see you graduate high school. We want to see you graduate high school not just with a diploma and no plan, but ready for college or ready to jump into and start a career. This is one of those systems of support where we're going to keep modern technology and all the advanced engineering and thought behind it that's designed to distract all of us away so that you can focus on learning, which is what you're at school for. After school, have at it. End of the day is this. Make sure you're ready for that policy on August 9th when we start back to school. I miss you guys. I'm really excited for the new school year. It's okay if you don't miss me. My feelings aren't hurt much. Enjoy summer while you've got it. For those of you already back at school, I'll see you there. Everybody else, get ready. It's coming. August 9th is the first day of school. August 7th, we have our back to school bash from 5 to 7 at school. Should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you. Bye, Titan Nation.